Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very welcome to the final day of the Digital Creator Kickstart. So, again, congratulations, and again, thank you for following along with me into day 5. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to put the cherry on the cake in this video here. So by now, you should have your product roughly outlined. Maybe you've already created it, and what we need to do now is we need to dress it up. We need to make it as attractive as possible so that hopefully we can sell as many copies of this product as we can, because you're going to find that appearances do matter. You know that old saying that the book cover, doesn't matter. It does. People do judge a book by the cover. They are going to judge your digital product not only by how it looks, but also by the title. You're going to find that if you come up with a good title, it's going to make it more enticing, it's going to make it more attractive, and you'll probably make more sales just on the title of your product alone. So how do you actually come up with a great title? Well, here are a couple of suggestions. Now, what I will do below this video, there will be a link to a free PDF document that's going to show you how to name your digital product. But basically what you need to do is you need to think about the pain point that you are helping your customer with. You know, they are in this painful situation now and they want to be out of it. So you need to highlight the pain point in your digital product, because if someone is scrolling through social media or scrolling through a platform or whatever, our subconscious mind is looking out for our pain points and ways to get over our pain points, ways to get over our problems. And you're going to find that if you highlight someone's pain point in your title, it's going to make them stop, it's going to make them to pay attention, and hopefully it'll make them buy your product. So you need to come up with something like a title, for example, like how to overcome whatever. So again, going back to what I talked about yesterday in my video about the TV breaking down and me fixing it, if I was maybe going to create a simple digital product about that, I could say how to fix your broken TV with a hairdryer, how to save money not buying another TV. So basically something along those lines where I'm kind of pointing out the pain point, maybe pointing out my solution. Or what you could do is you could actually mention how you overcame, or how I fixed my broken television with a hairdryer, or how I lost weight without taking any exercise, or how I made $300 at home in a week. So you're basically kind of showing how you went from zero to being a hero, and then that can be the title of your digital product. Or you can use something like the ultimate shortcut to. Now, I know this is probably overused, and whatever you're going to provide is probably not the ultimate shortcut, but by having ultimate in your title, it does kind of grab people's eyeballs and does make them stop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pause this video for a moment. We're just going to jump into the PDF document that I'm going to give you, and I'll just give you a quick scroll through just to maybe help cement this idea in your head. Now, this is the PDF document that you're going to find below this video. It's not too long. It's only got 11 pages, and it's basically how to name your digital product. So, if you had a pain point of not being able to name a digital product, this PDF will probably speak out to you. So in this PDF document, I'm going to give you 30 different converting templates that you can just slot in your words or the pain point that you help the person with to come up with a great title. So if I just scroll down here, I'm just going to show you some of the templates that you can use. Now, this one here probably is going to be relevant to you, the very first one, because you're not going to be coming up with 10 steps. We're simply going to give one solution to one problem. But you can use something like the ultimate guide to ... You could also use this one here, how to do such and such a thing in a certain amount of time. Now, you will find that if there is kind of something specific in a title, it does kind of draw you in, and it does actually make it seem more serious. If I said to you, I'm going to show you how to lose 10 pounds, that may be good enough. But if I maybe put something specific on it, where I say to you, I'm going to show you how to lose 10 pounds in 24 hours, I'm sure you can see the difference by me adding in 24 hours. It's made it a lot stronger. Now, don't make a claim that you can't actually, prove or that doesn't actually work. you know, if you did lose £10 in 24 hours, well, then you could possibly say, well, this is how I lost £20 in 24 hours. Again, too, you can't, you know, exaggerate or come up with false claims, because it will come back to bite you. People will be giving your product back. They will be asking for refunds, and you might find that you might maybe come under the attention of some maybe government agency if you are selling products that are, you know, lying, and I don't want that happening to you. So as I said, go through this PDF document here. Some of these, as I said, won't be relevant because we're simply going to provide one way. So if we come down here, so you could highlight maybe the most common mistake people make on ... how I built ... or how I created or how I made. You can use the complete blank toolkit. What else can you use here? The simple way. So by, you know, giving something like that in your title, you're actually, before the person actually buys a product, they can see straight away, well, this is going to be a simple way. This is going to be like, you know, it's like those idiot guides. You know, anyone buying those idiot guides, the title is speaking out to them, because it's saying like it's idiot proof, or that you don't need to be an expert, or that anyone can do it. You know, this book that I'm going to buy is going to show me the idiot way to writing a book, or making a video, or building a business, or doing a website. So because they have actually mentioned idiot in the title, it does speak out to us, and it does make us feel that we'll be able to use the information in the product. So be aware of that, using things like simple, easy, and things like that. Do speak out to people, because no one is going to buy something that's complicated, that's difficult, hard to do, or whatever. But scroll through this product here, and you will find that some of them will speak out to you. And you know, if you do get it wrong in the first attempt, don't worry. You can always come back at any point, and you can always rename your digital product. But maybe test out a couple of ideas and see which one actually speaks to your audience. But that is basically how very easy it is to create a digital product. And it gives some kind of time and effort into that. You know, you might find maybe your title comes straight away as you're creating the product. But kind of maybe get a pen and paper and maybe just go through some of those templates, play around with the words, and see which one, you know, speaks louder on the page. And if you find that maybe you just can't pick, maybe just give that, you know, selection of names to maybe a family member or a friend, and just get them to read through them, and just ask them and say, well, which one of those do you think actually leaps off the page? Which one of those would make you want to buy that product? And you'll probably find that, you know, that if you ask a few people, you might find a couple of things that kind of leap off the page compared to other ones, and then you can use those to create your title of your product. So as I said, you will find this PDF below the video. If you click on it, it'll take you right there. And what we're going to do next is we are going to start dressing up and creating the images for your product. Now, like the title, a great image, a great book cover, a great mock-up can make a huge difference to your product. You know, as I said earlier on, you know, the people say, well, you know, you shouldn't really judge a book by the cover, but we really do judge books by the cover. You know yourself, if you went to Amazon and you've seen two books which could possibly have the exact same content inside being as good as each other, you're always going to go for the cover that's more professional, that looks like it actually is done by an expert. You know, even though the content inside could be expert content, but the book cover does sometimes let things down. Now, if you've never created a book cover before or a mock-up, you're probably thinking, well, this is something that I can't do. Now, I'm going to give you a simple way of doing it. Now, I could even do a challenge based on how to create a book cover, but we're not going to do that. I'm just going to give you as much information as you need just to create a decent looking book cover or a decent mock-up. So what we're going to do now is we are going to jump over to Canva. Now, if you don't have a Canva account, it's free to use, so don't worry. It's not too complicated, but I'm just going to walk you through the steps of what my digital covers look like at the moment. Now, at the moment, I am over at canva.com. This website is free to use. There are some kind of paid options on it. I'll just show you that in a moment. But if you come over to Canva, canva.com, sign up for a free account. And when you land on the home page, if you go to the top search bar, if you just do a search book cover, it's going to give you a lot of these different templates. Now be aware when you look at these templates, some of these are paid and some are free. Now you will be able to see that by the little symbol down here in the corner. That one is paid and that one is, you need a pro account to do that. Now say for example maybe I just wanted to use this one here. Well no, that's actually a paid one. Let me see here. Now a lot of these are kind of fiction style covers. Do we have anything maybe that I could use for non-fiction? Let me see here. I probably should have looked at this first before I came on here. Right, let me see this one here. Now this is a kind of a business kind of style one. It doesn't have the thing in the corner, so we'll click on it just to see what loads up here. So we're going to customize this template. Now Canva is really, really easy to use. So say for example I wanted to, okay, you just simply click in the kind of text sections and I can just change this to how to build your first, and I can just minimize the text here and bring it down. How to build your first, and then we can go maybe digital product. Right, so again it's too big, so we can just come up here to this here and we can reduce the font size. Now you can play around with different font types, font sizes, all those different things. You can expand these text boxes if you want to make them bigger. Now what I like about Canva is it's nearly impossible to kind of goof up, because you'll find it gives you kind of all these different guidelines, so you can make sure that all your text is in the center of the page. But let me just scroll this down here just to get it right. So there you go. I can just drag these down a little bit if I want to put a little bit of space between them, and it tells me then that the gap between this and this is the exact same. So if I just click over here, as you can see, how to build your first digital product. Now that was not complicated at all. Now what I can do is I can simply add in my little kind of subtitle. Now if I don't like the colors here, I can change those. So maybe I want to do it maybe in this green. I can change that to green. I can change this one to green also. Or maybe I'll do black just to see. Okay, so it looks like there's lots of different pieces here. So what do I need to do? Change that to black also. But I'm sure you get the idea. You simply just click on the areas that you want to change the color of and do that. And if I wanted to make the text also black, again I come up to the little underline on the text and I'm saying I want to do it black. So there you go. And then what I can do, if I maybe want to change some of the elements, maybe I want to change this little character and I want to put something else in, you're going to find over here on the toolbar at the side, if you go to elements, so say for example I wanted to put maybe a laptop. Right, so I just do laptop. Now you will find that some of these again are paid, some are free. Be aware of the little symbol beside it. So I'm going to see if I can find maybe one that is free. So we have this one here. Right, so I'm going to click on that. And let me just maybe drag these down a little bit. Now I'm just showing you how to move the stuff around. This is not the cover that I would actually create. But say for example I wanted to put maybe a laptop cover on it, or maybe even a laptop cover down here. I can just put the image here and then I can just play around. So you can move the stuff around anywhere you want. And again, you can put your name in there. But this is how very easy it is to create, a really decent looking image cover for your report if you have no experience at all. Now you can't, if you do make any mistakes at all, don't worry, you can always hit the undo arrow that'll bring you back to your last step, and then you can take it again. So play around with Canva. It is very, very easy to use. And then to download your image, just simply click on share, go to download, select your PDF or JPEG, and then download it to your desktop.